has it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
They try to vaccinate black people. Got me blocking the shot like Shaq Diesel. Know you heard of the woman and of that eagle, fleeing from the dragon in the book. We are that people. 400 years a slave, I am that Hebrew. In the last days with the pole, I am that lethal. I'm just trying to get it right with the right plan. Crackers trying to put a mark in my right hand and my forehead. Can't buy and I can't sell, and I can't breathe, can't yell, and I can't smell. COVID-19 in the air while I inhale. Am I in hell or America? I can't tell. Is it Babylon the Great or another game? Cause when you've been here this long, it all look the same. We still made it to the end. Look how we took that pain. After they took us from our land and took us from our nation. Ashamed in the kitchen, breaking like Ben Simmons. But now I'm on repentance. Don't know how many chances Yahweh gon' give him before he get done with him. So I keep pole, that's Bible and gun with him. Middle finger to Joe and whoever that run with him. 400 plus years, it only been one victim. And so I keep the hawks straight with the Nate with him. It's only 12 tribes and I'm at the gate with them. We still can't breathe, but the wickedest man can. The next time they see me on my knees, I'ma aim can. If Torah can't fix them, then I promise the flame can. Shooters all on the floor like the Warriors game plan. Cause freedom not free and charity not cheap. So I know how much they charging them niggas that's like me. No bargains for the ones at the bottom, we all suffer. So I'm only looking out for my brothers. Chef talk, cause it's a big difference between righteous and right. The brightest in the light, a massacre in a fight. I'm asking you with no mask on, I'ma come after you. They stole our blood covenant, crackers gotta be Draculas. Put us in them chains when they brought us over from Africa. We still in them chains from San Quentin to Attica. Still wearing their names, no wonder why they not mad at us. They divided the 12, mathematics ain't adding up. Knee to the neck, a bullet to the chest. They got me in the locks for money, power, respect. They got the game locked, I'm wondering what's going next. And I'ma rap this to the death.
Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Shema, may I have your attention, please? You sons of men, Eves and seeds, all the wolves and soldiers, salute at ease. Remain on your square, 45 degrees. Always be prepared, never be deceived. Give y'all a standing ovation, let's do this proper. Here's some motivation, don't let nothing stop you. Let's have a holy conversation, hold back your dogma. Wait, here comes Satan. She want a Birkin bag of Balenciaga. Damn. Just bought the Prada, let me switch, now you getting nada. No more chips, just my pina colada. Yeah, I'm rude in speech and I'm not polite. Yo, turn the other cheeks, you caught that, right? It's the foul-mouthed minister, guard the perimeter. Went to war with Alexander, slapped the shit out of Caligula. I love a box of chocolate, dark in particular. Get your hand in my pocket, I shatter your fibula. Tear the devil head off, I'm anxious, nigga. Molded by the coldest ancient niggas. Like Elisha and Moses in them ancient scriptures. Crackers opposers say we ain't them niggas. Let's strike some poses, I take some pictures. A memory that'll last a lifetime. You'll remember me if you're out the spirit in your right mind. You'll pass me that yeah, that white wine. Let's make a toast. It's the right time. Everywhere you go, let your light shine. Israelite for life, nigga. Bottom line. Hey, I want it.
We finna bust the house now. Yeah, it's going down. All right, 10-4. Follow me. Just seen dude, man.
In a wreck, I don't fear none. So many secret diseases, perception of spreading the truth, trying to cure some.
What's happening, bro?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, sir? You know you're the true Israelites, man. That the Bible speaks of.
Right,
You look familiar.
I saw you at the store that I turned around.
You the one I ran into that nighttime. That night. That's you. How you been taking on too?
Police, search warrant. Police, search warrant. Bag. Where he at, bro? Where he at?
He went out the back door.
Cap this man that left, man. I gotta search him down. Yes, sir, we gonna get him. I got him. All praise to the Most High. Israelite business. Big business. 144 karat gold. Yeah. I'm kicking facts in your eardrum. Keep it a rack, I don't fear none. So many sick with disease and deception, I'm spreading the truth, trying to cure some. Say that you love them, then show them. Bow your head face to east, say a prayer for them. They wanna be fly as an eagle. Well, I'm in the firmament airborne. Out of the sky, I drop it. Make it rain, fly like the prophets. They say they can handle my father. I just smile and I tell them to stop it. Keep the stick like the nest of a bird. Hit the streets, kick the flesh to the curb. Like Paoli hard as I'm dodging. It's a bet like an S you can curve. Keep the fight, cause that ain't what I'm chasing. Out the maze, I'm escaping the matrix. To the death, I would doubt out the nation. You don't want it, I'm telling you, it's Paisley. And it's one of me, only one of one. I got two of me, that's my daughter and son. Plus I'm gonna ride like the sun. Plus I come to the yo, dropping these verses for fun. But still at the serious note. They killing us off and they tell us to smoke. Look at my fingers, they clean as the soap. Lock on my target, my enemy scope. Bringing the light and they scatter like roaches. War drones don't shatter your focus. Stay on the mission, I move like the ants. Send out the plague, abandon them locusts. Hating the seed, payments and fees. Curse with the fear, the shaking the leaves. Plague of the fiends, chasing the dream. Escape from the streams, it's war on the screen. Soldier for Christ, I'm Drake the fatigue. The battle for souls, cracking the code. Shouting and spouting my foes. Right after I empty the clip of these scriptures on demons, I gotta reload. I made it out of the trap. 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 I got some partners who told me they'll kill for me. Yeah, I told them that's cool, but I'd rather you live for me. Yeah, I made it out of the trap. 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 I got some partners who told me they'll kill for me. Yeah, I told them that's cool, but I'd rather you live for me.
But that's the whole tragic point, my friends. What would I do if I could suddenly feel and to know once again that what I feel is real? I could cry, I could smile, I might lay back for a while. Tell me what would I do if I could feel? What would I do
without the Most High?
What would I do? What would I do?
Without the Most High.
What would I do?
And His only begotten Son, for every generation born, bear witness to the truth. I write my life with this pen, this is my letter to you. Through all my ups and downs, joys and pain, war, peace and silence, but so the noise that came. I was hungry for the love, never hungry for the fame. When I heard the first beat, that's when the hunger first came. I was a starving artist, couldn't afford hunger pain. Somehow I survived through it all like Hunger Games. First persecution, then the thunder came. Life added more trials, more rain, more pain. Yeah. Felt like
Kanye's through the wire. I still kept my faith strong and my eyes on the Messiah. Each day the Most High is leading me to truth. Every lesson learned leads me to teach it from the roots. For my people, I'm reaching for you. By the grace of the Most High, today I'm speaking to you. What would I do without the Most High? Most High. Without the Most High, Most High. And it's only because I remember I was a little dude surviving in the ghetto, where it's easier to get blue metal than a new bike to pedal. Young dude, deep thinker, I was on another level. Took a stand for truth, so haters label me a rebel. They did it to Christ and they would do it to me. My life had to reflect his for the wicked to see. So I read my holy Bible and kept my armor on. Words felt like fire, always kept my armor warm. My pen kept moving as life kept fighting. The more I felt I was losing, the more my pen kept writing. I see that all losses and gains, idolatry, sex, money, crosses and chains. But none of those will help you for a better change. Instead, they will keep you lost and closer to them hell flames. So in the truth, I found my purpose to ride. His words are like all praise and honor to the Most High. What would I do without the Most High? Most High. Without the Most High, Most High, and His only begotten Son. It's the question we all need to ask ourselves. You know, what would we do without the Most High, man? In this truth, we got this humble walk. It may seem harder than others, but it's the most rewarding. Believe that.
Heather is a nurse practitioner.
Yahweh, Hafapalau, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever.
He's been so good. He's been so good. Yahweh Shai. His prophecy is coming. Oh, each and every day. So don't be scared. Just be prepared. Come and sing a song. Shabbat Shemayim Kodash I'm so glad that you
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Was giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Mashem like Yahweh Shai. The world already knows Yahweh as God. The world already knows Yahweh Shai as Jesus. Hamashiach will be the Christ. And we back at that thing, man. My name is Ariah.
Khan, Shalom, this brother Shar, Shalom, Yasharala.
Shalom, brother Tajwan. Brother Jeremiah, shalom.
Shalom. Giving all honor, glory, and praise, man. Let me get my opening precept. And my opening precept going to come out of Joshua. The mighty book of Joshua, chapter 22. I'm going to start at verse 24 and verse 14. And it reads, Now therefore fear Yahweh and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye Yahweh. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as far as me and my house, we will serve Yahweh. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Anybody got any opening precepts? I'm going to go right to it.
Yeah, I got one, King. Yeah, Khan.
I don't have one, King.
Yeah, you can go and get to it, Ariah.
All right, Khan, Shalom. So we're in a section of business practices. And actually, it's only nine precepts, 9 commandments. So commandment number 170, not to do wrong in buying or selling. Leviticus 25 and 14. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 29.
I can read, King. I thought Deep was reading for y'all. Read. Hold on.
Are you all right? You all right, King? I got it. It's the book of Leviticus. You got it?
Yeah, what you call?
Leviticus 25 and 14.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25 and verse number 14. And if thou sell, and if thou sell out into thy neighbor, or buyest out of thy neighbor's hand, ye shall not oppress one another.
Hey, so he's just letting you know that, hey, when you buy or sell, unlike Esau, you know what I'm saying? When Esau just be like, hey, nah, it's gonna be more, it's gonna be less, even though they may advertise something different. He's saying you can't oppress, you know what I'm saying, whether you are a buyer or a seller, you know, putting extra prices and all that on there. Like, anybody else got anything to add to that?
You're right, King. Khan.
Wicked
The
place.
Esau kingdom, Esau is wicked, brother. If they could, they'll charge 100%.
What?
And
Hey,
in
they
some
always
cases, they do.
don't they? 100% interest. The markup be ridiculous,
Yep.
right? I didn't want to extend it too long, but hey, I just bought a mattress from a guy outside of Few Cave Arena, and it was the same thing, brother. I had called some other people up, and the same queen size mattress that I got, bro. They were literally talking about charging like $300 and some dollars. I got it from the guy for 100. Actually, I got it total for 500, but they were talking about 1,000 actually. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy, bro, because it's like, really? Like, that same queen size mattress, he sold me for half the price.
That's crazy, right?
But that's this country, man. So commandment number 171, not to make a loan to an Israelite on interest. Leviticus 25 and 37.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, and verse number 37. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase.
Hey, crazy, brother. Hey, because you know our brothers, right? Hey, they'll definitely try to do that, bro. Anybody else got anything to add to that? We already know our brothers. Hey, I gave you 50. I needed 75 out you.
Nah, Jake get.
Hey, make you not even want to. Hey, make you just want to get your electricity cut off.
Right.
Like, don't even be a blessing to me, bro. Okay, so commandment 191 and 192, not to sell a Hebrew servant as a slave. And 92, not to treat a Hebrew servant rigorously. That's Leviticus 25, verse 42 and 43.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, and verse number 42. For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shall fear thy God.
And that rigor means harshly, whipping them with with whips, kind of tying them up, kind of letting them go without food. Like, hey, Esau was off, but they keep thinking like, well, that was a long time ago. But like we always teach on the street, nobody paid that bill, man. That bill yet to be paid, Shaw and
That's right.
Jeremiah. And
That's
nobody
right.
paid that bill. Go to the restaurant and order a ribeye and act as if you don't want to put nothing on that tab and walk out and see who will be waiting by your car when you get out there.
Yep. Facts.
It's gonna be an officer, and you would take call officer friendly, ain't gonna be so friendly.
You might not make it past the table.
Man, you might get your brains blew up.
For real.
Unlike what they call it, I don't want to,
Right.
the flaggers. Right. So commandment number 193, not to permit a Gentile to treat harshly a Hebrew bondman sold to him. Leviticus 25 and 53.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, and verse number 53. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and the other shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? That it's saying rule with rigor, because when you go to work right now, are we being ruled with rigor? Hey, brother Jeremiah, how many hours you work?
Shit, damn near 70 a week.
Come on, man. And honestly, when you look it up, they literally tell you that health-wise, you shouldn't work more than about like 6 to 7 hours a day.
Yeah,
Like over there in Europe, they go to work, they work 6 hours a day, bro. Look it up.
Yep.
They work like 6 hours a day because they only work like 30, I think it's like 32 to 34 hours a week.
Yep.
Divide that by 5, that's like a little over 6 hours a day, bro.
Yep.
And they get an hour and a half break, 2-hour break.
Yep.
Look it up. So they might work 8 hours on the clock, but you get a 2-hour break, so that's 6 hours of actual work.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I'm just saying, man.
This is Egypt for real.
And this is definitely Egypt, man. So commandment 195, 194, and 195. 194, not to send away a Hebrew bondman servant empty-handed when he is freed from service. And 195, to bestow liberal gifts upon the Hebrew bondsman at the end of the term of service, and the same should be done to a Hebrew bondwoman. And that's what they didn't do in slavery. That was indentured servitude, that they try to put everybody under the same category as us. Right? So that's Deuteronomy 15, verse 13 and 14.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, and verse number 13. And when thou sendest him out free from thee, thou shalt not let him go away empty. Thou shalt furnish him liberally out of thy flock, and out of thy floor, and out of thy winepress. Of that wherewith the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, thou shalt give unto him.
Hey, he said, the Most High done bless you. So, hey, I just wanted to do this real quick, you know, because I know brothers under the sake of time. I just want to pull this up real quick.
Liberally.
Liberally. It says in large or generous amounts. So, hey, the Most High literally said in a generous amount, brother. So, hey, he said when you let your slave go out, you're supposed to give to him liberally in a generous amount. Right? So, hey, not just letting them go and saying, hey, oh, that's it. You got enough. Hey, you got your freedom back. No. Kind of generous. That's where they kind of came up with that 40 acres and a mule. Because that would have been kind of not generous, but it'd have kind of been decent, man.
It would have been a little something, right? A little decent. Yeah.
A little decent. Right. And Salakia says, hey, Shabbat Shalom to the house of Shia, man. Sister Naomi. All praise, honor, glory. Habba Shem Yahushua Shamar Atah. All praises, man. So, hey, and that would have been a little bit decent, like the brother said. But even that, even the ones that did get it, they ended up losing it because that's when they brought up that property tax.
Yeah, yeah. And some got it lost by bloodshed and violence. Esau
Yeah.
came and snatched it. Yeah, that
Snatched
too.
And what they say? Now you see it, now you don't.
Now you don't.
Man. So commandment 196, 197, and 198. 196 to redeem a Hebrew maidservant. 197 to sell a Hebrew maidservant to another person. And 198 to espouse a Hebrew maidservant. That's Exodus 21, verse 8 and 9. Exodus 21, verse 8 and 9.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21. Salakia. Pages sticking together. Chapter 21 and verse number 8. If she pleases not her master, who have betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her into a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he have dealt deceitfully with her. Verse 9. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters.
Hey, so he letting you know that, hey, you got to deal with her manner of like an Israelite. And it's crazy because he says you have no power to sell her to strange nations. But how many times did our people have slaves and sold them to a strange nation? Went back the other way. The Native Americans might have been your slave over here. You couldn't keep them at home because they knew the land. So like, I'm just going to sell them to Europe. I'm going to sell them to Britain. I'm going to sell them to wherever else. Spain. You know what I'm saying? But he said you should not be able to do that, man. You dealt deceitfully with her. Split her up from her children. Wicked, man. Anybody got anything to add?
That's right, King. Absolutely. Straight wicked.
Straight wicked. Right? So commandment 199, to keep the Canaanite slave forever. Leviticus 25 and 46.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, and verse 46. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor.
Hey, he said forever though. He said, hey, that Canaanite, oh yeah, you kind of have him forever. But he said, hey, but your brother you should not rule with rigor, man.
That's right.
Come on, man. It just makes so much sense, bro. But that's why they ruled over us with rigor, because they knew that they could.
Yep. Right. Yep. That's facts.
That's how you know God don't love everybody, because that commandment, guess what? Didn't go for them, like we always say.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So anybody else got anything to add to that? So we got two more. We got commandment 201, 200, 201. Not to surrender a slave who has fled to the land of Israel to his owner who lives outside of Palestine. And 201, not to wrong such a slave. That's Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 15 through 17.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse, you said 16 to 17?
No, 15 through 17.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 15. Thou shalt not deliver unto his master the servant which is escaped from his master unto thee. He shall dwell with thee, even among you, in that place which he shall choose in one of thy gates, where it liketh him best. Thou shalt not oppress him. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the son of Israel.
Hey, so he's letting you know, hey, because you know what we'll do, what Esau do, is that you don't escape, or you ain't mine, or I got you, and you're gonna try to treat him however you want to treat that slave. But hey, the Most High said, hey, don't wrong such a person that you find, kind of astray. Right, so the last commandment of this section, last commandment of the section of business practices, not to muzzle a beast while it is working in produce, which it can eat and enjoy. Deuteronomy 25 and 4, and that's wicked. Hey, knowing that beast probably hungry, overworked him anyway, and you ain't gonna let him just eat a little bit as he's working, and there's plenty of food. Come on, man.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, and verse number 4. Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn.
Hey, don't muzzle the ox, man. Why? Because he can feed, man. Get some food for his body, for some nourishment. But that's how Esau do, man. Well, I'll say all the countries other than us.
Right.
On animals, hey, they'll definitely do them wrong, man. You got a king.
And then on top of that, they pumping them with all types of chemicals and everything, man. Some of them, that's wicked, bro.
You're right. All kind of extra, all type of extra steroids and things of that nature.
Hormone enhancers, right?
Yeah, they call them immunization.
Right.
But, come on, brother.
Yep.
We know,
and they got insurance on them too. They said certain animals, they got a vaccine with certain things for hormonal balance, but it's offsetting their hormones. And they said that it's some of the same farms that are selling the meats to the restaurants, and they can't even sell it to the restaurant if they don't have the right insurance, and they can't even have the right insurance if they're not using or doing some of these practices. So it's straight wicked, man.
And I know what you're saying too, because even when it comes to crops, I do know that when it comes to the crops, they said you can't even sell certain crops to market if they haven't had certain pesticides or if they haven't been treated a certain way, because they end up having, whatever on it. So that way, they come unhealthy.
Yep.
And it has to be made by a particular seed, because the hybrid seeds with actual pesticides hybrided in them to go. It's just so much, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you're right, King.
crazy,
That's
bro.
facts. Yeah,
When you start doing all this research, it really kind of really understand that the food, the water, and everything along with it is kind of weaponized.
yeah, yep.
It's weaponized, man, because our body. That's why there's so many different diseases that weren't back then because of the way that they're doing the food. The food isn't even food anymore. It's a patent. It's a patent, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a patent,
Damn.
and whatever person has that right for that food for so long. So anybody got they closing precepts?
No, I ain't got no closing precept, but I would say this though. Most I've been putting on my spirit. You know, we living in the man. Ariel was just talking about being in the fourth quarter yesterday, and the most I put it on my spirit. You know, to everybody that's listening, it probably be wise if you can go get you some vegetables and stuff like that. And start cooking it up. Certain stuff, even meats and stuff like that. Start cooking it up, and you can store it. You can store it with mason jars and stuff like that. Back in the day, my grandma and stuff. Even my mom back in the day, they used to do this thing called canning, where they'll cook the food and store it. My folks from the country, they from Selma, Alabama. They'll do this thing called canning, where they'll cook the food and store it in cans. And it lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? So just something to look into. Get you some vegetables, all type of stuff, and you can cook it up, and already have it prepared, and start canning it or stuff it in the mason jars, and later they already have it ready to go, just in case something happen, with the stores, or where we can't get certain foods and stuff like that. Just try to think ahead a year.
Yeah, con. At least get you
Okay.
a couple days. You got it. You got it. You got it, Older.
Oh yeah, yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna turn my camera on. Show Israel, man. This what your brother be doing, King. Got the eggplants. I don't know if y'all can see them.
Yeah, con.
Yeah, we got the tomatoes, and we got peppers as well. So yeah, hey, I've been trying to learn how to grow stuff. I would have grew more if I had more of those grow things. But yeah, you're right, King. So I try to, grow a lot of my stuff, right in my yard, in my garden, man, if I could. But yeah, you're right. We got to get into that spirit anyway, brother. Calm. But I yield.
And that's one thing that if you notice when they centralize grow stuff and they actually breed the animals for produce, actually that's what happened is that art of growing have been lost. So now nobody knows how to farm. So they know now in that time when they do get it to a point where they've locked everything down and you can't really, do whatever, you're gonna have to depend on them. And that's when you're gonna have to kind of do what they want you to do in order for you to get what you need to get. So it would be wise, man. So I'm just gonna send everybody out with this precept. And that's the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8. It says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." Right? So, hey, the Most High literally letting you know your success is going to come when you keep these laws, statutes, commandments. And that success will be eternal life. That success will be eternal life or the kingdom, according to Matthew's chapter 19 and verse 16. Down, So with that being said, hey, we love you, Yasharala. We pray that you continue to search. Most High willing, we'll be back on next week to bring another lot of the law, statutes, commandments out. So you have kind of know, what I'm saying, some of the commandments. It's like we say, even though it's 613, nobody has slaves. So literally a lot of those commandments aren't in a practice right now until we go back and get slaves again. So, just saying, like I was telling brothers, it's a lot of commandments that even though it's 613, we're not really executing a lot of them because of the situation like that one. Those ones we can't execute because we don't have slaves right now. So until that comes back around, hey, that's a 14 commandments that, you know, we can't keep right now. So it's all praises to the Most High. I pray that y'all have a blessed Shabbat. May the Most High continue to guide, lead, and direct y'all. With that being said, Shalom.
Shalom.
And Shalom. Yabba Shema Shabbat.
Hey, y'all about to thumb and
Yabashim
push
Yashar
the
Brakatham.
damn button.
And push the damn button, man.